Hello and welcome back to my channel. This morning I had the opportunity of meeting with Coach Crosby, our head football coach here in Bamberg, South Carolina. And I am so super excited to share this interview with you all. Coach Crosby dropped some gems and he also gave an exclusive of what our season will look like this year. So I pray that you will watch the full video and that you will like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned. First of all, thank you so much for coming.
No
This
problem.
means so much to me. I cannot believe I'm even sitting down talking to you right
Nah,
now.
don't
For
say it
real.
like that, no.
For real. Like this means a lot. But let me introduce you for people who may not know you. I'm sure everybody who's going to be watching probably already knows who you are.
Okay.
But Bamberg native, right?
Yep.
Now the 1A head coach, state football champion.
Yep.
Like, I love that so much for you, so much for me. I'm a huge football fan.
Appreciate
love
it.
the Red Raiders. So this is just like an honor.
No, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for inviting me, though.
So I know you're a believer.
Yep.
And I am too. Your mom's a pastor. My
Yep.
mom's a pastor. So can we start off with
No,
prayer?
that's no problem.
Father, we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you, Lord God, even for life, health, and strength. Lord God, I pray that something will be said today that will inspire someone, and that the goal of this is to uplift and inspire our community. So let something be said to touch one person. In your precious son name, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
So start off by telling us about yourself.
Corey Crosby, born and raised here. Played football, graduated in 1996. My mom is Abigail Crosby. My dad is Truman Crosby. Raised up in it's a hard going family that just work hard to get what you want. My mom was a hard worker. My dad was a farmer. So, I mean, it was just that's my life, man. Like, went to college, played ball at Benedict, graduated from Benedict, went back and got my master's. I teach school at Bamberg High School, special ed.
Okay.
So I love my kids. I have 16 kids. That's something that God has touched my life. I mean, I just love to be around them because I struggled in high school with a learning disability. People didn't know that.
Wow.
I had a writing disability. So I struggled with that a little bit. That's something that my mom that took me back, and I got help with. But back then we didn't have the special ed department that we have now.
Right.
So that was something big that I wanted to do. Get back into when I had a chance to start teaching school. So that's what a lot of people don't realize, that I push my student athletes so hard about education, because I wouldn't be where I'm at now what for that. So, but my mom done something that a lot of people don't realize that hit me a lot, that saved me when I was growing up. She held me back a year.
Really?
Yeah, she held me back in the third grade. My sister kind of struggled with it because I passed, but my mom knew I wasn't ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people all the time, your mom know you before you know yourself.
That's right.
So that's something that my mom knew, that she saw the future before me. So that's me. This is what drives me. I don't share that story with a lot of people, but that's why I'm at, because I know what my background, how I struggle in school, and so I'm blessed to be where I'm at. So that's why I want to touch young men and the students in my classroom, just to let them understand that you got to be a student athlete. If you got it, grades come first, because that could take you farther than anything else in life. So that's me. It's me, Corey Crosby.
Thank you. Thank you. So, tell me a little bit about, like, what influenced you as a kid. Was it your mother and father, or was it something else? What influenced you, and what drove you to your career path today?
Oh, watching my brother. My brother played ball. He would coach here before me, Kevin Crosby.
Right.
So I kind of want to step in his footsteps all the time. How he walked, I want to do the same thing. So I just watch him play, football when he was in Bamberg, and I want to play football, and I always want to be a little better than him. So, and he went off to school, and he went off and he started coaching. But my uncle was a coach in Thompson, Georgia too. Just watching him just do his thing, and I see, I want to be like my brother. So I started getting into coaching when I graduated college. I worked for Carlos Cade back in Allendale. So a lot of people don't realize I was in Allendale first.
Okay,
And
no, I didn't know that.
I came back to Bamberg with Butch. He was a defensive coordinator with Ron Duncan, and so I started coaching under Butch, and then Butch became the head coach. I became defensive coordinator. Then he stepped down, and then he went to OW, and then Coach Williams came. I went to Blackville and coached for a year in Blackville.
Right.
And I enjoyed Blackville. It was great. I learned a lot as a head coach, and then Coach Williams gave me an opportunity to come back home and had a chance to be the head coach, and then I started doing that, and I mean, this is where it's at. But my mama and dad was a hard worker. This what a lot of people don't realize. I just saw my mom struggle, my dad struggled to make us go through school. My sister put her through college, and my brother, and then that's just where my grind come in at. Just to see how my mama get it. She struggled, and my dad struggled, trying to get us through. So I always had to say, if I could do it all over again, or I could be better, I could at least have a chance to help my parents and show them and give back to the community. That's big, man. Just coming back and giving back to the community. But that's why I do right there.
So what would you say now to your younger self? Having said that, like if you had to look back, what's one thing you would say to your younger self, or even younger people right now?
Trusting the process, trusting it, and this integrity, doing it the right way.
Amen.
That's a big thing. I think some things I did back in my young days, I kind of wish I could have changed. This integrity part of it, and that's why I tell young coaches now, make sure that you loyal to the people that you with, and that's some things I should have went back and changed as a man, just stuff like that. But that's something I look back, I wish I would have done over, just the loyalty part of doing things and integrity part of doing things. So
okay, good. I kind of want to dig a little deeper there.
Go ahead.
Like, were you selfish, or like, tell me more?
It's a saying that people say: you try to reach to the top, and you end up burning the people that you're trying to get to.
True.
And I think a lot of times I was trying to get to the top before it was time to get to the top, and I burnt some bridges that I wish I wouldn't have burnt. You know what I'm saying? Even I look back now, I try to spend more time with my family.
Yeah.
My wife, I'm married. My wife is Shanta Crosby. She's a first grade teacher in Bamberg. We've been together for like 24, 25 years. And just trying to get to the top and burning and forget that you have a family. You have young boys. I have two sons. One of my son played quarterback at North Greenville now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have a son that plays quarterback at North Greenville. He's at North Carolina Central. He transferred this semester. And I have another son that's a farmer. And now I'm more closer to my sons than I ever been, because when I was chasing my dream, it was little boys, and that's the part that I'm saying about integrity and doing it the right way is I think I burned some bridges that trying to get to the top, and and God was like, that's not how you do it, because in the Bible it kind of tell you you'll get there, but God will bring you right back and take the same steps that you missed.
Yep.
You have to take them all over again.
That's right.
So I had to do it all over again. People don't realize that, like, me getting where I'm at now, I lost some friendships that I had to go back and reunite, even with me and my wife, stuff like that. I had to go back and try to correct some things I'd done wrong. And that's the hard part, is correcting things that you messed up.
Yeah.
And so that's the part, with my boys, I'm close right there. They call me do anything, I'm a jump. When I was young, I kind of pushed them to the side so I could get where I want to get, and thinking that's how you're supposed to get there, and that's not how God wants you to do it, So that's the part of the integrity part of, as a daddy, as a husband, as an assistant coach, of not burning people while you get to the top. You burn a lot of stars trying to get to the sun, and you're never gonna reach to it.
Right.
So that's kind of what I'm talking about.
So you've been head coach now for how many years?
This is my 4th year at Bamberg, but I was so it's 5 years I've been a head coach.
5 years total,
Yeah,
right?
5 years total.
How do you feel like, what's the difference between being a head coach and being like the defensive coordinator or coach?
Defensive coordinator, now you only worry about your defensive side of the ball. You really don't have no connection. You have connection, but you don't really no control of the offensive side. So you can just focus on them. You can have a little more fun. You be more laid back I was a defensive coordinator because my defense coordinator now is Travis Wilson, doing a great job. So, but now as a head coach, you got an overall program. Everything falls on you from the middle school to the JV to the varsity, and just organizing the practice. Getting to the game is the easy part. It's just getting the organization of the game practice and making sure your kids do what they're supposed to do in the classroom and in the schoolhouse, and it's a lot of more responsibility on you as a head coach, and now all eyes on you.
Yeah.
So now you're the only one can get that thing back on track. So if that train get off track, that's you. That's all you. You're the only one can get it back on track. So that's the difference, man. It's just more responsibility, more organization part of it. And then you managing people. You got all different kind of personalities you got to manage.
Right.
From the kids to the coaches, because everybody ain't gonna think the same. And I tell everybody, we got one vision, and that's to get, do it the right way. But you just got to make sure you get people on the bus, put them in the right seat, and that's just try to ride this bus to where it's supposed to go. But that's the part of the head coach that you have to do as defensive coordinator. I'm just on the bus. I'm on the seat, but now I'm driving the bus. So
that's right.
That's the difference.
What would you say has been your growth from year 1 to year 5?
Oh, a lot of growth, man. It's just I made a lot of mistakes, man. I made a lot of mistakes. I look back, and we lost to Johnsonville. I'm gonna go back to Blackville. My first year there, we 8-2. Blackville haven't won a bunch of games before I came there.
Correct.
And then we go and we jump off. We overachieve. We 8-2, and then we get a first round bye.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave my first year as a head coach. I gave my kids a couple of days off, not understanding they wasn't really ready for that. We should have kept going. Then we get into the second round, the playoffs of Dixie, and then we end up losing because I don't think we was prepared. And I go back, I look at that. So when I get the job in Bamberg, I realize, if I get a bye, I'm gonna kind of keep practice the same, no change. And then, but my biggest lesson was, I think we played Johnsonville for the lower state championship my second year as a head coach in Bamberg, and we up 10-0. And I done some things as a head coach that I wish I regret, because I could have kept doing the same stuff. We got conservative on some stuff, but you live and learn. Now when I get in games, I understand, like, just keep everything the same, no change. Just keep the routine the same. If you didn't practice it, don't run it. Stuff like that. Don't try to add something in a game you didn't practice with your kids. Because my motto, if they thinking, they stinking, means they don't understand what's going on. They trying to think what's going on. So if they practice it well, then let's run it. If it's not working in practice, then scratch that play. So that's what I learned the most.
We've seen a lot of change from, like, over the years. Like, I've been going to these football games since, I think, 2006, maybe. Yeah. So we've seen a lot of difference over the years. And I will say, going back to when you talked about your first year at Blackville and when Coach went over to OW, yep, I was devastated. I hated that change. I did not like that at all. And it took me some time to kind of, reel it back in. Yeah. But then when you came back, I was super excited. I was like, well, at least we got one of the two back. But we've seen so much change as far as, like, how we were more efficient this year, right? Our guys are different. Yeah. They're a little bit smaller than what we're used to, but so much faster. Yeah. We're running the ball, we're throwing the ball, we're doing a lot of different plays. Yeah. And I was super excited for that this year. Can you talk to me about, like, what did it take to take the team from what we're accustomed to? Because everybody kind of knew Bamberg as the big team, big boys running all the time, huge running back. So, like, talk to me how we went from kind of that to where we are today with our team.
The game changed, man. Football has changed so much that, the days of, running the football and playing good defense. Yep. That was winning games back in the early 2000s, but that have changed. The game changed in NFL and college, and kids now want to see the ball in the air because they watch it on TV. But we work out different now. We don't train for the big guys. We're more explosive in the weight room, so we do a lot of different things in the weight room. The change that we're more on the track. Coach Travis have all our kids running track. Oh. And we always all about hip exercises and mobility and speed gonna keep speed kills. So we're still strong. We not losing any strength, but we just try to cut a lot of weight off and don't want our kids to be like a big robot and it's stiff. But it is you go and hire people. I had a good offensive coordinator. He came in with a good plan. I sat down when I first took the job. I told somebody in the newspaper that, for us to get over the hump, we got to get the ball out of space. We got to stop throwing the ball out of space. So that was one of my visions to come back to Bamberg. Let's get this ball in the air. We're still gonna run the football, but we got to get out in space with our athletes, and we have a lot of good athletes here. And that's a lot of reasons why we could do a lot of different things. Because our skill kids is outrageous right now. So, but that's a lot. This trying to get the ball in space, trying to change it, be a little more explosive in the, on that running game and take shots down the field because it's hard to sit there and not make a mistake that's going 4 yards, 5 yards, 6
Right.
yards because a kid's gonna make a mistake.
Right.
So I feel like if we get 25 yards in a shot play, and we could change it, make people sit on their heels a little bit defensively. That'll change. So that's a lot of studying, sitting down with people. I got a lot of people I got to thank. We got a quarterback trainer that people don't realize that work with us is Ramon Robinson. That
Okay.
is in Greenville. He trained the Sellers kid that's at Carolina, Cutter Woods.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of boys that he trained and they was playing for state championships. I got with him because I played with him in college. In college, he was my quarterback, so he trains our kids all summer.
Wow.
So a lot of people don't realize I have a quarterback trainer, but I also I brought some good help. Chris Presley is back here.
Mm-hmm.
And he played college ball, so
Yep.
he changed our game. Greg Fannin played college ball. And Willie Carter played at Howard.
Mm-hmm.
So them guys understand how the makeup of our game should play because they played college football and they understand how the game changed. And like Travis played college football. So I have a lot of guys on my staff, Jamie Downing. And them guys played college football, so they understand how the game changed and they watch the game. And that's one reason why, because when you get good, you got a good staff, you got a good team, and you got a good coach, you got your program is gonna be great. So I went and got people that understand that how I want to attack this thing and the vision I want Bamberg Yard football to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to win it. I try to go out and get them guys, and that's what I did. And but that's the thing, man. This watching this game on college and see how it changed.
Yep.
And kids want that ball in space. You get good receivers. They want to play defense, but they also want to score touchdowns. And you got to play with egos with kids. Kids got egos. So my thing is we try to get the ball to our best playmakers 3 to 4 times a game.
Mm-hmm.
And we tell them, 6 for 6 means you get 6 yards, you get 6 points. And they believe in that. And we tell them, you don't get many opportunities in life.
Yep.
So when the ball comes to you on Friday, you need to make an opportunity work. And that's what they do. They're attacking. You see it when you watch the game.
Yeah.
When they get the ball in the hand, they looking to score.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we preach that. And I teach my kids like life. You can't make many mistakes in life. It's gonna cost you.
Right.
You don't get many opportunities in life. So you make your opportunities work and you take advantage of it.
Right. Okay. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about this because the people want to know. What was you feeling, or what were your thoughts when you had that moment when you just realized, okay, we're going to win this game. We're going to win this state championship game. What were you thinking in that moment?
Well, the day of it, man, I tell people, my mom she's a great lady, and she taught us everything about what we need to know with the Bible. And,
right.
And that 2 o'clock that day, a lot of things came on my shoulders. I was like, man, I got the weight of this town on my shoulders because I knew it was it. I knew it then. I knew like we got a chance to win this thing, and it was almost like, not I wasn't questioning can I do it, but it's like I need to do this for not me, but this team need to do this for this town.
Yes.
Because this town needed it. They've been begging for it for 30-some years.
Yes.
And Butch got him there. My brother got him there a bunch of times, 3 times, and then we went back with Robert Williams.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's time, and I was always like, I never thought I was gonna be the one that get it done.
Mm-hmm.
That's wasn't something that I kind of visioned. But when we got brought in the middle of third quarter, I knew it was like this is it. This is the time.
Right.
And it was a lot of emotion go through, but I had to keep fighting because I didn't want my kids to realize that, coach already know we're gonna win it because the game could change at any time. But when that horn blew, I dropped to my knees because I just thought I was just thanking God that this is what this town needed for a long time.
A very long time.
And it's like and I tell people it wasn't when I took this job, when I took over this team this year, I told them our motto was it's God's team, not mine.
And you say that even when I read the paper, it's always in there. This is God's team.
Yeah, because we had a lot of great players come through Bamberg. You got Ricky Sapp and Daquan Bowers. And AJ Can and it's a lot of them, man. KC Crosby and AJ Williams. You can name them, man. Savalas can. All them guys, man, come through here, and we didn't get it done.
Right.
And it wasn't about the scheme of things at the time. It was just, we just didn't get it done, and some teams was better than us. And I told our kids, and I walked into camp, I said, God, I can't lead y'all to no state championship. And they was like, what coach talking about? Like, man, what coach, I was like, this God, man, this God gonna lead us, man. Like, he gonna work through me.
Yes.
Like, he gonna work through me. I'm gonna put myself aside. Like, it ain't gonna be what I want, So there's a lot of times during the season I had to make decisions, and I made decisions like, this, for example, one day, Jason Humans kind of got into a little disagreement on some stuff that we were doing. And I had to look back, and he went home. I go home, and I sit in my back room, and God said, remember what I told you? This ain't about you. Because you made a mistake. You got to go and look at what the kid, go and see what's wrong, why this kid reacting to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to Jason's house, and we talked, and we had to sit down, and the kid expressed his feelings, and I knew right then, like, I was wrong. And I told the kid, I'm wrong. Just trust me on this. Trust the process. And I knew right then, like, this is God. Like, I'm telling you, this is what I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to run from it. And I told you when I had a chance to host the trophy, I'm gonna tell everybody, this ain't me, man. Like, this ain't Corey Crosby. This ain't our staff. This is all God. This is all what God wanted for us. And God knew this town needed that, man. Like 30 years and going there every year. And I heard it. It was tough. Like, man, they can't get it done. Like, Bamberg always go every year. And I'm like, this is what this town needed. This town needs us back. That pride, that diamond means a lot. And Trap got it. New word, 51st state. Like, that's our stamp now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, with Trap saying that and doing his thing with the 51st state, like, I knew if we get a chance to win it, like, it's gonna bring the town back together a little bit.
We needed it.
Yeah.
It was time. Like, we have been there. It was so close for so many times, right?
Yeah.
And to be in Columbia most of those times, right? Just devastated having to come back home. But this time was different, and it was in Orangeburg, which wasn't far.
Felt like home.
And you just felt at home.
Yep.
And this year, it was just something special. Like, there was something special about this year. And I'll tell you this story. I think it may have been when we were playing Barnwell. My mom actually came to the game with me. It's always me and my uncle. Shout out to my uncle Jerome Cochran, because he's a huge fan.
Yeah, okay.
So my mom came to this game, and we were all sitting there just chit-chatting before the game. This is before everything started.
Mm-hmm.
And later on in the game, we were just having a conversation. I think it could have been around halftime or something. She looks back at me and my uncle, and she says, these guys is going to win the championship this year. Just out of the blue.
Yeah.
And so for that to happen, I was just like, okay, God, I know this is you. This is like, this was ordained by God. This was our year.
Yeah.
Those boys worked hard for it. And you could see it every time they stepped out on the field. Even when they made mistakes and they talked about it in their interviews afterwards, they always was just super humble about it, was willing to do the work to clean up and make themselves better for the next game. And you could see them working so hard. And I appreciate that from just me being there. Because my $10 I had to pay every game.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
But this team is super, super special. So tell me, what do we have to look forward to for next year?
They back. That's the thing. But I'm gonna say before I get to that, my mom told me that though. My mom was like our chaplain. she spoke to our team every Friday. She did devotion with us every Friday at 3:00.
Yes.
And she came in like, might be the Barnwell a week after Barnwell. She said, this team different.
This team is different.
She said, this team different. You know, they got in and she like, this is the year, guys. Like, she kept saying it. Because, I mean, you don't see 15, in your future. You don't see that.
No.
So she said the same thing. And a lot of people like, this team it. You know, we played in the 707. And we started this in the summer. Like, we went to North Augusta and won a tournament. We like 20-something and 2 in the summer.
Wow.
The only body we lost to was Oceanside, and they won a championship.
Wow.
And Irmo played for a championship in 5A.
They did.
So them the only 2 teams we lost to all summer. So you look back and it's like, this team is different, and they talented, they different. But we back. We got all the receivers back.
Yes.
We lose Marcus Can. That's was big for us. He's going to Wingate.
Yeah.
He assigned Tuesday with Wingate. We lost Jalen McGraw.
Mm-hmm.
He's at Gardner Webb. We lost not Marcus, Jalen Moody.
Okay.
Michael Manigo. We lost them guys. But we lost some key plots like Jenkins kid.
Right.
This got offered This got offered from Demont Tech in basketball.
Nice.
Darius Walker. This got offered. So we lost some good seniors, but we got a lot of seniors back. I mean, a lot of guys back. So we got we had some young kids that were ready to play that. Got a lot of reps. So I'm big on developing kids. I think to be the best coach, you need to be the best teacher. So you need to how to teach kids and develop. So I'm big on developing. So our young kids is ready because we play them in a lot of different spots during the season. But our quarterback is back.
Nice. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's back.
Which is Debo's son, right?
Shout
out to Debo.
Yeah. I mean, he's a little more talented than Debo. Not this way. No, Debo's great. Debo, you could tell that family is talented.
Yes.
Debo did a great job, man. We working with him on some stuff of getting everything more student athlete, but he's working hard on that. So, but he's back. Anthony Charles Anthony Williams, number 7 is back. Rocky Walker is back. Jason Yuma is back. Jordan Bovain back. We had a kid that transferred in from Windsor, Georgia.
Okay.
That's from Bamberg, Brandon Banks. So he's back. He's back home with us. We got a lot of the offensive line. P.F. Fuller is back. The Bamberg boys is back up front. So, we got some kids. So we got some kids that I think we got 9 back on offense.
Okay.
And probably about 8 or 9 back on defense. So we got a chance.
We're going back to back.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna have a good chance to do it. We're in a different league though. We now they split division up, so it's like 70 teams in 1A. So they brought Hampton down, so that's gonna be great for us though. They brought Barnwell's down, so they're in that conference.
Okay.
But we used to playing them guys anyway,
right.
So it's Division 1, Division 2. We'll be in Division 1.
Okay.
And our kids want a challenge though.
Right.
I just got finished this week doing the schedule. Me and the AD, Coach Williams, just finalized our schedule. So our first game, I can release it now if you want it. Our first game is we play HKT week 1.
Nice.
So we go back to HKT. Then we play Hilton Head.
Wow.
Big 4A school. They come to us.
Okay.
They're gonna be ranked like number 2 or 3 in 4A.
Wow.
We got a chance to be like number 1 in 1A.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be our big game that we really want to go and play that game. So Hilton Head come to us week 2. Then we play Barnwell week 3.
Okay.
So we play Barn week 3. Then we'll play Calhoun County week 4, and then Woodland week 5. And then we'll take a break week 6, and then I think we got Edisto in our conference, so we'll get them at home. And then I think we have Scotts Branch. We're Bowman, then we'll play Branchville for homecoming.
Okay.
And then we'll play Denmark and finish it out and get into the playoffs.
Nice.
So
I want to circle back to this about our playoff schedule this past season. Mm-hmm. What were your thoughts on it? For me, it looked like Cross may have gotten the first seed, like they got the round, and I felt like we probably should have gotten that.
Well, that's why they changed it now. It was already seeded. So what happened was they pre-seed the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
So now they don't do that now. So it's different. But Cross was already seeded.
Got it.
And so they team that they had supposed to play backed out the playoffs.
Oh.
So they gave them a bye.
Okay.
So Cross, got a bye, and this how the playoffs was set up. They tend to have a better little playoff run or whatever.
Right.
But we were just seated with some tough teams. Honestly, I think we wouldn't have made it if we wouldn't play them tough teams.
Okay.
Because it prepared us. Like Ladder was pretty good.
Yes.
Ladder was like number 5 in the state.
Mm-hmm.
And then Carvers Bay was a team everybody, nobody was gonna beat Carvers Bay.
Right.
And it prepared us because it made our kids challenge our kids because we practice different.
Right.
These kids on social media, they
right.
this team not that good. So they knew Carvers Bay and Ladder was tough.
Right.
They knew Cross was tough.
Right.
So they prepared. They prepared themselves like pros, man. Our kids practice you wouldn't believe it, man. We had some schools come visit us, high school, other high schools, and they was like, man, it's amazing how your kids practice, how physical y'all practice. Our kids practice like pros, man. They understand what they want to do, and they attack it, and it prepared them so well during that playoff run. They play Lamar and have a chance to win it.
Yes. So for me, I think it was, who did we play right before the championship game?
Cross,
yep. Right? I knew I said to myself, okay, we've beaten these 3 schools. We got to win this championship.
Yeah.
But you don't ever want to go into something so cocky and so, so assuring, because that's when things fall apart, right? So I'm just saying to myself, like, Lord, please, Father, we need this. Please allow these boys to bring it home. And they did that this year.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this question. For years, when you look at the Bamberg side, when we have a home game, it is packed. People come out and they support. What does that support mean to you?
That's big. I mean, that's why I love this town. This town, they standards high here. They want to win.
Yeah.
But you don't want to go nowhere that you go and you come run out the stadium and it's only 20 people.
Right.
It's friends and family.
But when you look at other places that we visit, it's like that.
It's like that. And that's why I love it. I mean, I like the fans on the fence calling your name. Come on, Coach Crosby, what you doing? That means something because.
So you can really hear that.
Nah, you hear it.
Really?
You can hear certain things. And different voices. So. But I know them guys. Like I go to the car wash every Friday.
Okay.
And shout out to Stan. That's my boy. He washes my car every Friday.
Yes.
My truck. And I go over there. Them guys sitting there, the Hammond brothers and them guys. They sitting there. And they telling me, "Hey, Cole, we gotta do this." And you hear them voices, and you don't want to go nowhere and nobody care if you win or lose.
Right.
Man, you want to win. That's
right.
I mean, I can tell our kids all the time. I get to the point when I can't move y'all from point A, move that needle to point B, then I got to step away.
Right.
So but that's the drive to get out there and you run across that, you touch that rock and you see them, the fans screaming and hollering and they want that win, man. That's big, man.
I mean, even when we have to travel, like we travel, we support our team. My uncle would travel anywhere with me. All I do is call and be like, "What time we leaving?" And we're on the road. And it's like, for us, Friday nights it's football. We can't wait till football season comes back because that's what we do here in Bamberg on a Friday night. So when we go to other places and we're looking around and it's like, my God, their stands can't hold us and their stand is empty.
It's different, man. I mean, because we just stress it, and we do a good job of making football important here.
Yes.
You go to other places, I look at, surrounding areas, they're falling down. Football's falling, and you got to make it interesting for the kids. And that's why you go back and say changing, what you're doing, throwing the football. Man, the kids watch TV. They don't want that old school football.
Right.
They want that get out of space and let me score a touchdown. Throw the swing route to the running back. They watch the NFL. They watch the college. You go back and look at the Indiana and LSU and all them guys, and they throwing that football and they see it in the air, and that's what they want. So, but a lot of people don't want to change. That's the thing. You got to change now.
Right.
The day I don't change is and that's the day I'm gonna fall. So you have to change and change for the fans too, because fans, you hit it, man. Why we running the football?
Yes.
But it's times you got to run the football.
Mm-hmm.
But it's times you got to say, you know what, let's take a shot. Let's get this thing down the field.
Yeah.
And I'm big on it. I like to see the ball in the air.
Yeah.
I love to see the ball in the air. And I just feel like if I could score in 1 second, and it ain't gonna take me 4 minutes.
Right.
I mean, I can throw a shot, play, and get it in there. That's what I'm gonna do. So
we got guys that'll go get it.
Oh, they go get it.
They go get the football.
They want to go get it too.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Quick question for you.
Yeah, tell me.
I don't remember when or how this started, but years ago, when fourth quarter comes in, we hold up the 4 sign. Like, who started that? How did that originate?
That came. It was tough, but me and Coach Crosby, my brother, went to Alabama camp, worked down there for a week with Nick Saban.
Oh, really?
A lot of people don't realize that when we you learn from the best.
Mm-hmm.
So we went down to Alabama camp one summer for Nick Saban. He paid us like we was on staff, and he gave us everything we want, like from the workout points of it, the defense, the offense. If you go back and look at our offense now, it's the same offense when he had Tua and Bryce Young.
Yeah.
So if you look at the offense, it's the same offense when they had Bryce Young.
Wow.
So we sat down and we worked at camp with Chris Rump. Chris Rump was from Calvin County. He was working at Alabama now. He's at Clemson, coach defensive line. And we worked camp and we watched some guys work out, the University of Alabama work out, and they hold that 4 sign up. Everything we do in our work and our program at Bamberg is all about 4s.
Yeah.
How I attack our off season. Right now we're in the first quarter of our off season.
Mm-hmm.
So everything we do is in 4. So our kids know the 4th quarter we want to finish.
Right.
We want to start fast, finish strong. That's our mentality. Start fast, finish strong. We even have a drill for practice called finish drill.
Okay.
We finish it out, finish everything you do. And that's where that come from, man. Going to work with Alabama, and they program is the 4th quarter program. So our workout that we do now, right now we're in the off season, it's a 4th quarter program. Everything is big on 4s. We got 4 sets of 10, 4 sets of 8, 4 sets of 6. So our kids know, like, we got to win the 4th quarter. So we go in overtime, we say 5. So if we do anything in 5, they know it's overtime.
Okay.
So it's a mindset. Football is like a mindset. You could train the weights and you could train your body, but the mental toughness of football, that's a big thing now. So that's where that come in at. So our kids know when they hold up their 4 sign, like it's finished. We need to finish.
We have to finish.
And that's the big part of it. We don't want a lot of games in the 4th quarter.
Right.
Go back and Cross. Talk about Cross. We down. Cross beating us. They, and our kids never panic. They never panic. We came in, we made the throws we had to. We completed a lot of 4th quarter conversions on that.
Right.
I mean, 4th down conversions on that because Jay Schuman's caught one the 4th on 4th down. Marcus Can caught one on 4th down. So our kids know that. They know, like, we gotta. It's the 4th quarter. It don't really matter. We never down. We're gonna find a way to win. And that goes back to how you train. That goes back to the program that we put in coming from Nick Saban them. And the greats follow the greats, man. So Nick Saban, one of the greatest guys to ever do it.
Yes.
And let's go learn from him. And Butch, I give shouts out to Butch on that, man. Butch taught me a lot. He taught me how to study the game, go and talk to people, go and find new ways to do things. And that's what we did, But that, man, I tell people, my mom, we talk. Moses took us to the promised land, but could never enter.
That's right.
His brother entered. And I look at my brother, he took us there. He taught me how to do it, but he never could enter that. He never could bring the trophy home. But his brother did. But he taught me everything I need to do to win it.
Yeah.
I talk to him every Sunday too, every week.
Shout out to him because he's over at the elementary school.
Yep.
And that's where my son is.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he's doing a good job. I look at him, man. He used to be outside meeting the kids when I drive a school bus in the morning. He's over at transportation now, and so he'll be out there waiting on the kids. He do a great job at elementary school.
Yeah, we love him over there.
But he's a great guy, man. He's genuine what he do.
Yeah.
And but we talk every day. I go right there into his man cave, and it's times that that I need to ask questions about stuff. He closes the door. We talk like men, but sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes it's a good thing, but he telling me, this is, you got to take it to another level, and this is what you need to do. And but he do a great job with them kids and this.
Yeah.
He still have his hands on our program. It's not around much.
Right.
But a lot of things I decided I need to do, I asked some questions on it. So, yep.
Shout out to Coach Crosby.
Yeah,
We
that's the
love
man.
you.
That's the
We
man.
love you. So we're gonna end this, but I want you to speak to the people, encourage the people, tell the people something that like what would you want Bamberg to know? What would uplift Bamberg? We're super pumped. We're already like feeling good. The energy when you go into town now is like it's so warming. But what's some final words you have for the people of Bamberg?
You know, my biggest thing now is about service.
Yes.
You know, serving others, man. I think a lot of our problem, we don't want to serve. We want to keep it tight.
Yeah.
You know, about serving, man. And I'm big on this. I get a saying, you know, before you can walk on water, you gotta serve it. You know, so just serving other people, man. It's like a lot of times, you know, we see some things that go wrong, we turn our back to it. You know, serving people when they're down, and you know, that's the thing that I think we need to keep, you know, keep doing and keep getting better at. You know, and this, you know, protecting our people, man, protecting our people. This town is great. I don't want this town to fall like a lot of the towns fall with gang violence and things like that. And but our older adults done a great job of keeping that out of our town.
Yes.
And keeping our young people. You know, we hard on our young people, but we don't understand. We can't teach our young people like we was taught. We gotta kind of get into their world.
Right.
And that's what I think that's what we gotta do to keep the gang violence out, to keep all that stuff out, and keep growing here, man. We just gotta keep growing.
Yes.
And I think once we serve, you know, and we could get better at, you know, keeping our town, you know, more positive about serving others and doing it the right way.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm big on that. Just serve.
I want to thank you for your time. I reached out to you and you said yes and you kept your word and you showed up. Even when we were about to have bad weather, you still showed up. That says a lot about a person when they tell you yes and they follow through.
Yeah.
So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you so much for taking the time to come and talk to me.
No, man, appreciate it. I'm glad I'm happy what you're doing, and I'm big on supporting people. And I'm glad you called me. I love to talk. I love to talk about our program and especially about our town, the 51st state.
Yes.
And shout out to Travis Wilson, my boy. He's doing a great job with his clothing line. And and a great job with our kids, man. Travis do a great job with our kids. I gotta give him that though. He got a great job of getting our kids in and touching our kids. All our coaches do. But my trap is just to see this young man grow.
Yes.
He where he at now.
Yes.
He grew from where. I mean, I'm proud of him, man. But that 51st state meant a lot here in Bamberg. So
Travis, we got to get you in the next seat.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And till the next time I see you, warm wishes. And I admire the growth. I've seen it over the years.
Yeah.
But keep doing it God's way.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Try to get another one too.
That's right. Back to back. Y'all heard it here. Back to back.
Thank you.